Jett. He fell in love with Angel. Jett was just a kid when he contracted an infection.
It affected my growth plates in my hip and my knees up here. My legs just never grew.
Though his disability didn't stop him from finding love, others are often cruel to the couple about their height difference.
She's 1000% cheating on you. People would like to say she's just using me for my money or she's a gold digger.
He used to read the comments all the time and get upset. They say a lot of hurtful stuff.
My name is Jett.
I'm Angel.
And people judge us because of our height difference.
So we met on social media. He asked me for my phone number. We exchanged phone numbers and he was like, you know, we should meet up for my birthday. And I was like, when's your birthday? He was like, November 1st. And I was like, that's my birthday. So we decided to meet a little early.
We spent about 3 days together and after that, we just hit it off. It was like my soulmate. Initially, when I first spoke to Angel on social media, I was like, I have a little leg. And when I told her that, she was like, okay, cool. And then we just kept conversating, you know? So it was like, she didn't really care.
My man's Jett is a short king.
I wasn't born like this. I actually caught staph infection in the hospital. It affected the growth plates in my hip and my knees. And it also left me completely deaf in my left ear. I remember all the way up till 2, 3, maybe 4, my legs were the same height. But because of that staph infection, it stunted the growth of my growth plate, so my legs just never grew.
When we started talking to each other, we was already at that vibe, so we like just clicked. So when he told me, I was like, okay, whatever, I don't care. I didn't really judge him. It was like a special thing. We had the same birthday, so I looked past his flaw. I was like, that's something special. Oh.
Your hands are way too cold for that.
No, look, they warm.
No, your hands are
Let
cold.
me try.
That's cold. That's cold.
Take it. It's love. Most of the judgment we get is really on social media. They say I'm a gold digger. They say I'm using him for his money. He get disability checks. His girl is giving off a lot of man vibes. Glad I'm not the only one thinking his girl is actually his guy. Like, God, they say a lot of hurtful stuff.
She's 1000% cheating on you. Your rap name should be Leggy Smalls. That's clever, I'll give you that.
You better stop throwing around that medical money.
She's there for that check. Get your leg chopped off and get a fake leg. Amputate your little foot and get a fake one.
Go to the body part section at Walmart.
Joke's on you, because I bought a fake leg on Amazon.
They also say that I don't look happy when I be with him. Oh, she looks miserable. Oh, she's definitely using him. She don't even look happy. It's like, how can you tell just from looking at my face? Like, yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It gets to me, it doesn't get to him. He thinks it's funny, but to me, I guess because we're different, it actually bothers me because I'm like, I'm not a guy. We've been together for 10 years. How am I using you? Or how am I a gold digger? But I understand because they don't know from the outside looking in. He used to read the comments all the time and get upset. And I used to be like, stop reading the comments.
The only thing I could say that really bothered me about it is people feel like on social media, people with disabilities can't have a good career, they can't have a good wife, they can't have kids, they can't have money, they can't work for themselves. We're numb to it now. Like, you can say anything, it doesn't hurt, but that's not cool. Nobody, no human should be numb enough to where nothing affects us emotionally. This is the Jett cave where all the magic happens, where you see the cool shoes with the lifts on it. The way this all started was me standing like this. I stand like this naturally. And then one day I looked at a picture of myself and I said, wouldn't it be cool if I tilt myself and made it look like I'm flying? And this is what we come to right here, the infamous jetpack boot. In 2018, I actually dropped an album called The Jetpack Kid. So it all started really from the music. The music is what turned the jetpack into a video. I was about 3 or 4 years old. We walked into a doctor's office and they gave me a boot on my shoe, orthopedic lift. Ever since then, I've just been wearing a lift on my shoes. When I was younger, I didn't care about having a little leg and a boot on my shoes, but when I got into about high school, that's when you start becoming more self-conscious. And that's when I kind of started worrying more about the shoes I have on. So the best thing was to get the coolest sneakers. A lot of time the orthopedics, I would bring shoes that have like bubbles in the soles, and they would tell me they couldn't cut them, but I would force them to cut it. God behold, they were able to put these orthopedics on these nice designer shoes. That's what initially started me, you know, wearing these designer and brand name shoes, the orthopedic. I just wanted to be cooler. When you have a disability, people want you to be fine with the bare minimum, and I don't think that's cool. I own over 100 pairs of shoes. The process of getting an orthopedic boot on these shoes is, oh my God, it's crazy. The quickest I ever got a shoe back was probably in 3 weeks, but generally it takes about, nowadays, 3 to 6 months for probably one shoe. I'm always giving my orthopedic probably over 10 pairs of shoes, so I can understand why it takes such a long process. It costs $165 per boot to put the shoe on. I wish I could say an expensive hobby, but it's more like an expensive hobby in medical. You know, the way I looked at it when I walk outside, you know, people gonna stare at my shoes or my legs regardless. So I always figured might as well have like the coolest sneaker on.
I think it's actually cool because I never seen nobody do this before, and the kids love him. Like when we go out, they be like, oh my God, you're the guy with the shoe, you're the guy with the shoe. Like every time we go out, they just love him. And our son, he looks at him as a superhero. It's Flamingo Man.
Overall on social media, I have well over 1 million followers, probably over 1 billion views. On TikTok, in the very first video I threw up, did 2 million views. And ever since then, we just kept posting and posting, and then eventually it came to me sharing my fiance into our videos.
The first video that we did was like in our dining room. It was like acting like we was in a museum. He's trying to come up to me, trying to, you know, holler at me or whatever. And I'm like, I don't date short guys. And then he stands on his tall legs like, what about now? It shows that just because you got a disability, you can still have a family, a nice, beautiful girl, and all this other stuff. Oh, you're so short. Because, you know, people hate. People do not like relationships. They be like, how he get a girl with a little leg? And I'm like this, what am I doing wrong? It's like, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just judging people instead of, you know, taking the time out to actually get to know them.
Keep being negative in our comments. Helps the algorithm. There it is. I guess we just gotta wait and see what the people are going to say.
Yep.
Yep.
Hopefully they like it.
Yep, they're gonna troll us in the comments.
I know they are.
Yeah.
Well, one thing my parents always taught me was never judge a book by its cover. You never know what somebody's going through or any of that.
When I met you, it showed me that there is hope. There is somebody out here that could love you for you and just not unconditionally from your parents. And I think I needed to see that, and that's what showed me and gave me motivation to be a better person.